Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to update some of the charts that I posted before, posted earlier this week. So I hope you take some useful information from this update. So Dixie, the dollar index, let's start with the captain of the ship. We have the golden Fibonacci extension projected a few points below this monthly fractal support. It looks like the Dixie is trying to bounce from this previous support level, this monthly fractal support 100.60. that's the support level that we are now threatening on the Dixie, and we have the golden Fibonacci extension of the last swing high projected just below 99.81. This is my last opportunity, let's say, to see a bounce before opening the real door to the downside. So if the price breaks, actually the price has already broken this structure, so there's only two options at this point: or the market keeps trading lower and well, will favor that breakout, or will bounce after threatening to break the structure. So the market has found the previous lows, it has felt some pressure there, 100.60. so we're still fighting these previous support. So if the price breaks below these levels, and when I say breaking below, I say a clear breakout of this structure may trigger a deeper retracement for the Dixie, and eventually we'll search for this trend line holding these lows, and eventually we'll search for this structure trend line support again. So for now we are paying attention to the eventual bounce from this price zone. As I said initially at the beginning of the week, don't get surprised with a retest of this daily fractal support level. There's a fractal support at 102.27. That's one of the possibilities, a retest of these levels before moving down again, or the formation of this pattern. So it requires a new lower low. I need to see a pullback again, 99.81, and if that pattern unfolds, we may see a bounce after the formation of that same pattern. That being said, let's move forward to the pound, the euro, the Aussie, and all that stuff trading against the Dixie. So as we can see, we have the golden Fibonacci extension 132.65. At the beginning of the week, we expected, and I still expect, a retracement at least towards the previous resistance level, a weekly fractal level, but the default target for that pattern points to the 38% Fibonacci retracement level. This is a monthly fractal resistance, so this is a fractal already broken before, so but there's default targets for that pattern projected at the 38% Fibonacci retracement level, so basically synced with the previous resistance level. The same I'm expecting for the euro versus the dollar, a pullback towards the 38% Fibonacci level. We have already a small retracement, shy, not enough to consider the completion or the entire sequence, which requires at least a 38% Fibonacci retracement from these levels. The Aussie, it's now threatening the violation of the weekly fractal resistance. I was expecting a pullback before breaking above. Since we are now breaking higher, I will not be surprised to see the monthly fractal resistance actually being retested for the Aussie. The same may happen for the New Zealand dollar, now breaking the monthly fractal resistance level. There's a previous highs in fractal resistance at 63.69, and that being said, after breaking above these levels of resistance, I will consider the retest of these previous highs also for the Kiwi, so a retest of the previous fractal resistance. The Aussie versus the New Zealand, let me decrease my time frame here. The Aussie versus the New Zealand, we have published before the bullish Gartley pattern at 127% Fibonacci extension level 107.54. So this is ultimately the bullish Gartley pattern converging with the symmetrical, of course, ABCD pattern for the Aussie versus the New Zealand. If the price falls into this price zone, we may see a significant bounce. Dollar versus the Norwegian krone already completed the bullish crab pattern, or the bullish alt-bat pattern, in fact, at the 113% Fibonacci extension 10.44. That's where the bullish crab pattern, the bullish alt-bat pattern completed. I still expect a bounce from this price zone, eventually towards the 38% Fibonacci retracement level. That's a default target also for this bullish alt-bat pattern for the dollar versus the Norwegian krone. We discussed earlier this bearish shark pattern at 224% Fibonacci retracement extension level. We saw a very small and shy pullback after encountering this Fibonacci extension. Attention to the previous highs. The weekly fractal remains at 20.22. If the price rejects the idea to pull back, which was my expectation initially at the beginning of the week, I was expecting at least a 50% Fibonacci retracement. The market was not able to achieve not even the 38% Fibonacci levels, as you can see, and starts to bounce again. So at this point, pay attention to the breakout of the highs at 1980 may trigger a retest of these fractal resistance.
Hi, my name is Blake Morrow, president and co-founder of Forex Analytics. If you're watching this video, that means you're in search of a trading coach, a personalized coach that can help you get to where you want to get in the markets. Whether you choose myself or one of our other well-qualified coaches, it's up to you. Every one of us comes from a different background, and every one of you looking for a coach comes with different needs. So make sure you go through, peruse all of our coaches, read their bios, watch their videos, see which coach is going to be best suited for you as an individual trader. And I'll see you in the coaching session.
Resistance 2022. If the price rejects the idea to trade lower, of course, there's always only two solutions: move sideways or move higher. Euro versus the pound completed the bullish pattern at 88.6% Fibonacci retracement level. We have the monthly or the weekly fractal support at 83.81. Before breaking below this structure support and fractal level, we need to see a bounce after completing this sequence. We may expect a move towards the 38% Fibonacci level before breaking below this low. So that's the expectation we have for the bullish pattern after its completion. So I will expect a move towards the Fibonacci levels. Now some of the patterns that are now breaking lower, and in this case for the euro versus the Aussie, we call your attention to this edge and shoulders pattern formation. So we call your attention to this move to the downside. We have projections at 159.73, so we are now on the way to those levels. This is the edge and shoulders pattern now unfolding, very much similar to the euro versus the New Zealand, already trading beyond the default target, the 200% Fibonacci extension level. Default target for the edge and shoulders achieved, so we are already eventually moving towards the previous lows. A retest of these lows will not be a surprise. The same may happen for the pound versus the Aussie. At the beginning of the week, I called your attention to this expanding triangle. I expecting a move to the downside. We saw a retest of the highs again before moving lower, but ultimately we are moving towards our default expectation. Let's say the bottom of this expanding triangle. The pound versus the New Zealand, very similar situation. We expected the violation of this structure. We have a bullish crab pattern projected at 20782. So that's a golden Fibonacci extension level. If the price approaches these levels at the golden Fibonacci, and as you can see, that may help reinforcing this ascending structure to the upside. If that happens, you should consider the bullish crab pattern, which may offer you a nice bounce. The dollar, I called your attention at the beginning of the week on Twitter, the eventual double top. Of course, this pattern will only trigger with a violation of the support level, so we still need to break below this level, and it doesn't look like it doesn't look promising. So basically we saw the formation of this kind of a double top. We have a nice V-shaped configuration there. We have two tops, but we still need to wait for a clear violation of the support level. If that doesn't happen, the only thing that we can do at this point is to wait for a violation of the support levels or a violation of the resistance, which may trigger more momentum to the upside. So if that doesn't happen, there is nothing to do for the metals, in specifically for gold. We saw last session, we saw the SPX 500 starting to pull back. Nice pullback here, back to the daily fractal support, actually a few points below 55.48. Bearish altbat pattern completed 56.33. I mentioned this before at the beginning of the week. But I also called your attention to the eventual extension to the golden Fibonacci level. It's not a difficult process to understand. If the price fails to print a decent or a significant pullback from the 113% Fibonacci level, you should not ignore first of all the breakout of the highs, which may produce a nice move to the upside, and if that happens, of course, we will pay attention to the extension towards the golden Fibonacci level. So if that happens, another pattern will emerge, which may offer a retracement. The German DAX is already printing an historical high above the previous higher high. So we have the German DAX threatening the monthly and weekly fractal resistance 1892 or 18928 if you prefer. We are breaking, or we are threatening the monthly fractal resistance above, so pay attention to that possibility for the German DAX, more momentum towards new higher highs. We have the EUROBUND to finish my presentation for today. I was expecting, and I still expect, more downside momentum. I think I need to adjust this structure at this point. We have a nice wedge starting to unfold. Eventually, that will depend on these highs at this point now being formed, but we may see the price unfolding into a descending wedge. And well, I will wait for that, but I still expect a move towards the ABCD pattern configuration that I showed you before. So this is kind of a symmetrical ABCD pattern projected at 132.82 that will put the BUND reinforcing this trendline support of this ascending channel. So if that happens, that may trigger also a nice move or a nice attempt to recover if that happens. Of course, as I said initially, or at the beginning of the week, if the price breaks above the daily fractal resistance, that should favor also moves to the upside, of course. Let's wait and see. Only the market will say. We need time to let the markets do what it needs to be done, and we are here to track those patterns and to apply our strategy or our risk strategy to trade. And so I hope you enjoyed this fast update of the markets. I hope you take some useful information from this video. Have a nice trading day. I hope to see you in the next video.